Hi everyone and welcome to Series 11 Monthly Rivals. In this challenge we get to race the brand new 2021 BMW M4 around Bahia de Plano. It's a stock configuration in A-Class, and in order to complete the festival playlist challenge you only need to land a single clean lap. I do believe that in order for it to count you still need to beat the opponent in Rivals. So if you are in it just to check off the challenge and get your points and forget about it forever, then make sure to set the rival you can surely beat, or even better, set any rival with a dirty time, and then you should be fine. Just drive a single clean lap and you're gonna be good. Overall, I, as usual, will do a few standing laps like this and then a couple of flying laps to see where I can land in terms of the leaderboard. I am limited a little bit in terms of time I can spend on the challenge, but still want to do a bit of my best. Now the first rival is cleared. The game suggested I chase chassis in my next run, and the first lap is not really representative of anything because, well, for once, I actually, for no reason at all, thought this car is going to be all-wheel drive. Don't ask me why. There's no logical explanation to it. It's just a brain fart. But when I started the first lap that you've just seen, I was smashing throttle from the start, and obviously that led to a huge wheel spin and probably lost by, I don't know, a second or maybe two. Right away at the start. Now obviously now I remember that this is a rear wheel drive and I need to exercise a little bit of a throttle control on it, and of course the second lap is coming much faster, but I can't say it's good. You can see I'm actually sliding in many corners, and that's bad. Anytime you slide, especially while on power, that means you waste your grip on moving sideways instead of accelerating your car through the field. So you are basically losing time, which is not good. Now we got, as a next challenge, I got Grandma Driving, who's a quick driver. It's his standing lap as well. So that's going to be probably on the edge of what I can to do in terms of standing lap if I can beat this time. I don't think he put any serious effort in it because usually then you'd have a flying lap on record. So I'm not too excited about being able to beat his time, but it's still a good indication that I'm getting to the edge of what I can do from the starting from the standing start. And that also means we'll shortly move on to the flying laps. And I always tend to mess up the last section of this track. It somehow is pretty difficult for me, and you could have seen I lost a lot of the advantage, landed only 1/10 ahead of Grandma Driving, well, still ahead. Now the next opponent the game gave me is Hans 12, a fellow painter whose liveries I use quite often. It was 2 seconds off or ahead of my time, so I knew that he's gonna be flying lap. But I also know that the standing start in this car is more than 2 seconds time loss compared to a flying. So I, coming into this particular lap, I knew it's not going to be a problem, but the next one should be quite interesting because that's when the actual faster end of the spectrum starts, and that proven correct. This is a SlowJournalist. You can see the lap counter at lap 4, but that's not really representative. For some reason the game refused to save my result. I beat him first by about 1/10 after 10 laps. Another attempt was like another 5 laps, and both times the game would just pretend that never happened. It's a very irritating bug. especially if you are showing some really good time. I can imagine the frustration it would cause for somebody going after, I don't know, top 100 or world record. That would be absolutely devastating. But in the end of the day, I managed to beat SlowJournalist and get it on the leaderboard. This is this attempt, and it's 1/10. So I knew I'm coming to a limit of my both time and skill. So this is my final attempt versus PURGE, another fellow painter who's about the same speed range as I am. As you can see, 15 laps it took me to get the time right, and you can also see I have a dirty time that is faster than the target time. So I managed to mess up right here, just brush this wall a little bit, absolute minuscule touch, but it still flagged the lap, which is fine. I finally managed to exceed this time on this run, which I am pretty happy with, and that is well within 1%, somewhere at 1200 rank. So that's it for it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.